Welcome back to another episode of Mass Effect Andromeda. It's been a while. We had another exam period at our university and I passed, which is good. But I did not have enough time to record Mass Effect, but as you have seen, maybe, I did some jumping puzzle videos for Guild Wars 2 because I've played that now and then while learning for the exams. So yeah, but now we're back and let's dive right in. We were done on EOS and now our task is to go back to the Nexus, which I already did before starting the recording. And now we have to talk to our quest NPCs. So perhaps this is another talking episode, but yeah, just write it down in the comments if you think I should cut it out and just give you the action, or do you want to see the whole speaking situations and diplomacy and such? Just tell me. If it annoys you, we'll settle it out. So okay, let's see where we have to go.
Watch your toe.
Alright, I still have the quest marker on my side task. Okay.
We invite you to visit our merchants in the Nexus Commons area.
I don't care what she says. We can't.
So yeah, new releases are coming. So also Prey is coming in May. I'll see if I get it. But then there's also Elex coming, the new game of Piranha Bytes. And
As sleepers wake from stasis,
as
the
Gothic
initiative
fan,
urgently
I
requires
just
blood,
have to get it.
tissue, and DNA
But
donations.
it's a while
Medic,
until it
you
comes
think
out.
you
I
may
think
be
in
eligible.
December.
Is HNS.
This is at least what Amazon says. They themselves said it will release in the third quarter of 2017, so my hopes are high that it will come out in October or so I can get it for my birthday. Definitely.
Pathfinder, do you have just a minute?
Yeah, of course.
Ryder, isn't it? Kerry Tavessa, freelance vidmaker. This is Hakim, my producer. I could use your help.
What are you looking for?
Director Tans asked for an uplifting documentary on the initiative. Translation, paint rainbows over our problems. But our problems are history. People deserve the truth, not propaganda.
Yeah, that's very noble.
It takes integrity to record the truth and nothing but.
Well, I do my best. And you could help me out. The heart of my documentary will be an interview series. I was hoping you'd take part. I want the dirt and blood of our story, not the convenient fairy tale Tan's looking for. Interested?
Sure.
You don't mind treading on the initiative director's toes?
What would he do? Pull funding we don't have? I'm game if you are.
Okay, interview away.
Let's start at home. 14 months and the Nexus still isn't finished. Arcs are missing, we have people in exile. By any standard, this wasn't the plan. Our leadership describes these as anticipated issues. Would you agree?
All expeditions have to deal with supplies, enemies, or hell, just getting lost. We'll deal with all of them. We just need time.
Tan will love that. But if that's your take, that's what goes in. Bandwidth means I'm transmitting in short bursts, so that's all for now. But you can bet I'll have more questions later. You were great. I'll get to work editing.
Strongly reminds me of this news reporter from Mass Effect 2 and 3.
Reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect.
You could beat her in the face if you want to.
Hello again. Hello. Director Tan is expecting you.
Last time I was here, this was a storage closet.
Pathfinder Hall just needed a Pathfinder to open.
We're still getting the commons area ready. Hydroponics is only at partial capacity.
Not good enough.
We don't have enough people. My workers need a break, Tan.
I sympathize, but not until our survival is no longer at risk. Now please excuse me while I meet with our Pathfinder. Hey Ryder, Addison told me about the outpost. You're the hero of the hour.
Let's hold off on the celebration. We haven't found home yet.
Oh, there's no need for modesty. Success affords leverage over those who doubted you.
And you're my best friend?
A patron. One who shares your vision of a prosperous future.
Due respect, Director Tan, but you don't know me.
Oh, I think I do. Your ingenuity speaks for itself, Ryder. Deciphering the vault, alien terraforming. It's not how we imagined all this, but a good Pathfinder improvises. And a great one hangs it on the wall. Yours are the first trophies to grace Pathfinder Hall. You're a symbol now, Ryder. A reason for people to believe.
It was definitely a
It
team
wouldn't have been
effort.
possible without my crew. They're a talented bunch.
But you're their beacon.
Careful, he'll end up adopting you, Ryder.
Ah, my staff.
Colleagues, you wouldn't be looking to cut us out, would you, Tan?
I remind you, I am the director of the initiative.
Acting director.
He's an asshole.
This isn't the time for arguing over who gets to be king. Too much is at stake. We should be cooperating.
That's what I've been saying since we arrived.
Then I look forward to winning our Pathfinder support.
I have concerns about your decision on Eos, Ryder. An outpost full of scientists won't do as much good if the Kett attack.
But it will help support the Nexus. Improved research could help feed our people.
And we could argue about it all day long, as we always do. The decision was made. Now we move on. What is your plan for moving on, Ryder?
We have a lead on the terraforming network. I need to take the Tempest deeper into the sector to investigate. If the other Golden Worlds are where they should be, this could get us closer to them.
Careful. The Kett are scouring the cluster for remnant technology. You'll end up in a fight, for sure. You might also run into exiles. They didn't leave the Nexus on good terms.
And we still need more outposts. They're important to expanding the station.
Though with Ark still missing, this could be a chance for Ryder to search for them. Yes, I think that's best. You have my permission.
I kinda want to be a bit asshole-ish. Yeah, let's be.
I wasn't really asking for it.
Of course. I support that kind of enthusiasm.
Right.
Ryder, this is Harry, back on the Ark.
Go ahead.
We may have found a way to talk to your sister, sort of. Drop by when you can. Hyperion Medbay.
Will do.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
Right. Something about Andromeda viability and perks could be useful.
Just want to talk with my soon-to-be bae.
Please report.
The whole mood of the Nexus has changed since Eos. You really can feel it. New outpost, a Pathfinder's help, people waking up. It's a fresh start.
Can't relax yet. The initiative still has a lot of promises to keep.
And that's on us. But it's damn good to know we're on the right track.
True. SpaceX is not on the list. Soccer! But yeah, this place was a shithole
You've had a
when we
year
first
to think
arrived.
about it.
It's the Scourge, Director Tan. Its origin defies all explanation.
How? You brought all that equipment along.
Must be great to see all your hard work on display.
A worker was lost to space during repairs on the
We were
Nexus
defeated by a space knight.
Holy
Some things are
moly.
bigger than we are.
This place is still a shithole.
It's science, and your very
Damn,
friend over
and
there are
this is a
scientists,
female
aren't they?
Salarian, I guess.
Superintendent Cash
Can I
reminds
skip?
everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Okay. Let's talk to the next asshole.
No, it isn't what we wanted, but... You've shaken things up, Pathfinder. My department actually has colonial affairs to direct. And you have new tools to help grow the initiative. AVP, ready for spending.
Sam said there was new functionality to discuss.
It's how the initiative was designed to support the Pathfinder. You and your team are out there making Andromeda viable. That empowers all of us. Hit a threshold. A new cryo group can be brought out. Want more focus on research, like on prodromos? That's your call. Brecker will introduce the interface and handle minutiae. All you need to do is decide what life in Andromeda means. No pressure.
Thank you.
Hello, Pathfinder. I am Cryo Deployment Administrator Vladimir Breca, C-63 Galati. Your first task is to decide irrevocably the course of every life in the initiative.
Whoa, that seems like... too much.
Yes, of course. But now you respect what we're doing. Andromeda viability and Nexus thresholds are your tools, your reward, and our future. How can I help?
What's the rundown on AVP?
Much of the preparation in the Milky Way was determining how to measure success. Thresholds are about capacity, but this is about cost, what we can actually afford to support. Points aren't the most elegant system, but it makes it clear. The more you earn, the more we can deploy.
Makes sense.
How are you measuring thresholds?
It's based on resource estimates and general stability, a metric of acceptable scope and risk. The more you achieve, the greater capacity we can accommodate, the more the initiative can do for you. Simplest explanation, the more you do, the more room we have to grow.
So, I decide what groups to wake up. Won't everyone be out eventually?
Absolutely. But there's an order to things, lines of support. You can't deploy an omelet without first deploying eggs. And eggs won't get you steak. Except it's people, and how all our lives begin.
Alright, Breca. Where do I start?
The interface is active and will respond only to a Pathfinder. It's ready for your first selection. You may begin shaping the initiative at your leisure.
So I'm going straight for military because we had a scientific outpost as our first outpost to send a message, but as the Turian said, we still need soldiers to protect it. So I think if it breaks down and has actually weight to make this decision, yeah, I'm going now for some kind of a militia. Let's see. So this seems to be nice. Perhaps it's not that meaningful what to choose, but we have highly trained squads which will go into the cat territory and test their defenses, which makes not that much sense because we are weak as fuck. But okay, we receive tech materials at regular intervals, so we can do like science projects on weapons and such. So yeah. And immediately, of course. They just woke up, bam. Okay. So let's see, we had another quest here. Right. The Krogan Grandpa. Is she ready again?
Hi there.
No. Funny how all the Asari got
Construction and repairs continue on very
like
much to the next.
British accent. Okay. Driving train, I guess.
A reminder to all personnel,
But here's the
overtime
quest
hours remain
available.
This is a nightmare. It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have... There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
Of course.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Sure.
A reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect.
One thing
Let's puke on the floor.
which always disturbed me about Mass Effect is the politics are really, really harsh. Okay, it's many different races with different viewpoints, but it's highly unfair sometimes, almost like dictatorial.
Please check your duty roster for important updates.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Well, arguments happen.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and... I guess I panicked and fired. Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Damn.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. but I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
So, in a lawful state, the evidence will decide.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
Let's see.
Glad to see you finally. I hear you've been busy out there.
That's one word for it.
Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Tyrian Ark.
What's the word on the Tyrian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial and he was found guilty?
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
Yeah, what else could he say?
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Damn, they are jumping to conclusions.
Apex team leaders reporting back.
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation! We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back. No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Secure message from intelligence. Requesting armor
Didn't
cam
seem
footage.
like they were fighting much. I thought I would hear something like roll something like this, but this is nothing.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
I knew it.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
So we have to dig the body up and then...
Guess this is your place now. Everything we achieve...
We're seeing more and more skirmishes.
Ryder, you're off to a promising start. I meant what I said. You are a symbol now of hope that things will get better. Though I worry about this terraforming network. What do we really know about it?
It's like nothing we've ever seen. It's clear somebody had big plans for this cluster.
But who?
Not sure yet, but at least we're on the trail.
Did you have some other business?
I'm looking into the Nilk and Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
I think we already have, though physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Well, old man, we're getting there. Put in a good word for us.
Who the fuck is she talking to?
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for
A
important
rock collection again? Well, so okay. I think I'll make a cut here. I will do some quest endings off screen, but only for the small ones. Side quests, the really small ones, and then we will see us again in the next episode, where we'll fly back 2 years and perhaps can't get to the corpse because there are still zones where the radiation is much too high. So let's see if we can even get to the corpse, but I think we'll get there. So thank you for watching. If you liked it so far, leave a like, leave a comment, share with your family and friends, and if you don't want to miss an episode, consider subscribing. So thank you for watching and bye bye.